my son, I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal.
Okay, Coach, well, the weather outside couldn't be better. They've opened the roof and the retractable windows on the sides, and it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? Leo!
First carry for Nick Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
53, Mike, 53.
Go. Yo, faster.
Check three.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. But he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Get off the field. Tighten up.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
General West.
SOS.
Big trip.
Here's Manziel. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Hey, Charlie.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Oh, watch one.
Get it.
Now Manziel. And he's got his man Hilton. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Down. 60 or.
55 to Mike. Blue down.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Hines. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from the coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Colts' 32-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch the eye.
Let's go. Let's now.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves him at 3rd and 1. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
31 to Mike.
Out of the gun, it's Marino. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, Adam Gase turns to the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field. Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it. Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession. The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right? I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Throw right side is caught by Biletnikoff. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Manziel, and the catch made by Hilton. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Check. Look at me. Zipper. Switch.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now Marino on first down. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Marino sets up. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. The first down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 26-yard line.
Ready, 18, Gator.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
On the double. Mike 59. Hey, Delta. Protein stepped out.
On 2nd and 12. Marino. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It moves to 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
He's checking credit.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah,
they?
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
All day.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
At the 32-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
Now Chubb. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
On third down, Marino. Complete to Newsom. Some strong running at the 20. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Let's go now.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. This is Hines. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Yes.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check 3.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking deep, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Able to power through. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Marino's 2nd down throw, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, Marino. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Break. Let's go. 61. Matchbox lights.
31's the mic.
Let's go.
Marino here from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
You draw forfeit.
Switch.
Hey, high 7. They go.
Now Marino looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Marino to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Hey, Alpha.
From the gun on 3rd down is Marino. Over the middle, complete. It's Barry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Yo, go. Shoot.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run with Hines. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Tackles.
2nd and 5. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check 59, 59. We don't want this. Do.
Hey, lock it.
Check 31, check 31.
Shoot.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
6 man.
Move.
Check cross. 59 mark. Check, 59. Watch the slant.
Mike now.
Now they'll throw it with Marino. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now it's Marino. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Adam Gase turns to the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. All day, baby, all day. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here. A throw left side, complete to Biletnikoff. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Bravo.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. I'm on.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man. That's Landry. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to 1st. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now back to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. They'll run with Michelle. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Manziel. Going deep here for Landry. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Super
toe.
On the carry, it's Chubb. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. They go play action now. Marino. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know. If they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now Landry. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now Manziel. He's got it to Hilton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Complete to Hilton. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
10 more there and another first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This one quickly into the hands of Landry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
We got 4.
Hey, exit.
31's the mic.
Get it.
Out of the gun, it's Marino. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Landry now on the return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
90 Wolf.
Check 55 to Mike. 90.
Manziel. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Down.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the
Go,
field.
go.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Fire.
He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
132 fighter. Hey, Delta.
He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
I'm starting to wonder here. Are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Save. Alert flare.
They run again with Hines. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
On the ready.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Five.
Here's Marino. Wide open receiver complete. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, Marino with the incomplete pass. It was knocked away. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, now I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you.
Hey, orbit.
31's the mic.
Marino to throw. Open man is Higgins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Check, 59.
Snap.
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 34-yard line.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This from 51 yards for the win. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This from 51 yards for the win. It's on target, and it's good. From 51 yards out, he drills it. And it's pandemonium in the dog pound as the Browns are going to win the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was there.